Whose idea was it to have that expensive birthday party?
Well, Tierney brought up the whole inspiration for it. So I just kind of, looked at what past birthday parties we had gone to, kind of the expectation was set at a certain level, and yeah.
In today's episode, Lynn demands more child support, saying James is not contributing enough. But as the judge begins to open the veils, it turns out this is not all about necessities. Tune in because this one has a twist.
James and I split about a couple of years ago, and it's been pretty good. We've been splitting costs for our girl, but her last birthday she was 8 years old, and we had a great party. I planned it. It's been a lot of time, and it was about $1,500.
Oh, so now we're getting to it. This isn't about child support, it's about event planning? $1,500 for an 8-year-old's party? Where did she spend that kind of money? And the ridiculous ride of financial irresponsibility doesn't just stop there. There's more.
How, 8 years old?
Yes. Well, okay, she really likes, ice skating, so we rented out the ice skating rink, and then Tara Lipinski came and did a little routine for the girls. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, it did cost something, and James just refused to pay it.
So this wasn't a birthday party, it was a full-blown Winter Olympics showcase. And she's mad James didn't want to fund his kid's VIP pass to the X Games? She better have a good reason, because the judge isn't really in the mood to favor such an absurd idea.
Whose idea was it? Wait. How much was the birthday party?
$1,500.
Whose idea was it to have that expensive birthday party?
Well, Tierney brought up the whole inspiration for it.
Yes. The "but my kid wanted it" defense. Because obviously an 8-year-old's wish list is legally binding. What's next? Asking for a pony and a private island?
So I just kind of, looked at what past birthday parties we had gone to, kind of the expectation was set at a certain level, and yeah. So I did ask James for certain input, and he did not give that. So I just took that as I have to parent up.
Oh, so she's out there competing in the Mom Olympics, racking up debt for the gold medal in most extravagant party. And now James is the villain for not financing her keeping up with the Joneses moment? Even the judge's eyebrow is calling BS.
So you want him to pay child support now?
Yes, I think this is kind of setting it's changing up the dynamics a little bit, that he wouldn't even pay for a little bit of her birthday party. So she's getting into ballet. There's recitals coming up. There are other things coming up.
There it is, the classic changing dynamics argument. Translation: James needs to fund the lifestyle I set up. Now we've gone from ice rinks to recitals. What's next, a world tour? Even the judge's patience is on thin ice. The judge is having none of this nonsense and goes straight for the jugular.
And I'm just nervous that she's gonna see that imbalance in our relationship, and it's gonna cost something.
But you're creating the imbalance. $1,500
Yeah.
for an 8-year-old birthday party?
That doesn't.
Boom! The judge just dropped a truth bomb. Now Lynn's backpedaling faster than a kid who realized they spent their entire allowance on candy. Yeah, the reality check hit hard.
It sounds bad when you say it out of the context, but that's normal.
No, within the context, that is ridiculous.
That is normal.
No, it's not normal.
Susie had a birthday party that cost $2,000,
so you're trying to keep up with Susie?
Well, I didn't do $2,000. I could have done $2,000, and I think I kept it at a reasonable cost.
Wait a minute.
To meet Tara.
It is bad, you damn idiot. Nothing's out of context here. You can do $20,000 for all we care, but don't pile up your BS on someone else. Her case isn't even a proper case. That's some straight up nonsense.
Can you speak some reason to me?
I would love to try, Your Honor. I am more than happy to help our daughter celebrate and live her life, but there comes a point where it's just, it's frivolous, it's opulent.
I agree.
We all agree with you, my man. You've done nothing wrong. James made it quite clear he was ready to cover his daughter's needs, but when it came to funding ice rinks and extravagant parties, he wasn't about to play a fairy godfather.
I would have been fine going halfway down the middle of just like paying to have some kids to the skating rink, but we did not need Tara Lipinski there. I thought that you were joking when you said that, which is why I didn't respond.
I do not joke. And you know how...
Excuse me.
When your idea of a birthday party includes hiring a pro skater to do tricks, maybe it's time to rethink your life choices. And when the judge has to remind you who's in charge, yeah, things have definitely gone off track.
You did not need Tara there.
Tierney really wanted her, though.
Yeah, but Tierney is not paying $1,500, is she? No, and it's absolutely ridiculous that you have the expectation of him to pay that when it was your idea. That is ridiculous.
The judge just hit her with the ultimate clapback. Because sure, let's ask an 8-year-old for a financial plan. Guess Tara Lipinski's surprise appearance didn't quite justify the price tag after all.
To ask me to do what exactly?
I just want in the future to make sure that there is a balance in our relationship.
I'm going to ask you again. What is it that you came to court to ask me to do?
I would like him to pay child support.
Well, I would like for you to not spend $1,500.
The judge isn't here for Lynn's relationship balance spiel. She's got one thing on her mind, and it's not ice skating rinks. Talk about a quick reality check. Don't spend $1,500 on a kid's party. Lynn tried to turn child support into her personal party fund, but the judge isn't having it.
And then you want him to pay you child support because he did not want to go in with you with this ridiculous amount of money you spent on a birthday party? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not going to have him pay child support.
Fair enough. Child support is for necessities, not for turning your kid's birthday into a high-budget circus. James dodged that bullet, and Lynn just got a crash course in reality.
Based on that, and you guys have been sharing custody. So I'm assuming when the child is with you, you cover the expenses for the child, right?
And it's usually really amicable. It usually works really well, but...
Well, it sounds like she probably put herself in the hole with that $1,500 birthday party and is trying to recoup some of the money from it.
The judge just laid it out like a financial reality check. Lynn dug her own hole with a $1,500 party and now wants James to bail her out. Guess that grand expenditure isn't looking so glamorous now, huh?
And I'm not going to do it. And I cannot believe you actually filed this in court and asked me to do it for those grounds. Yeah.
I see that there's no weird issue with this thing. Okay.
The judge is out here serving reality checks with a side of sass, and Lynn just got the full course meal. She really thought she could double down, but one look at the judge's face had her hitting the mute button real quick.
I'm happy to help. I'm happy to step in and help our daughter pursue her interests. If she wants to do ballet, sure.
Ballet makes sense. Ballet is an activity.
Right.
If she chooses to do ballet in school, I mean, it's an educational activity as well. But I am not going to order anybody pay child support.
James is owning the dad game, and the judge is here for it. Ballet, healthy, educational, and a solid flex. Meanwhile, the opposition better take notes because bad parenting and weak arguments are getting pirouetted right out of court.
Who pays health insurance?
We both do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing you guys should be doing. Maintain your own individual health insurance, but no, he is not going to pay child support for that reason.
Judge dropping the hammer. Health insurance is already on the table, so don't expect a bonus paycheck for luxury expenses. Looks like Lynn's dream of a child support windfall just crashed and burned. The situation keeps spiraling down for Lynn as the judge doesn't take much time to decide the fate of her glamorous idea of bringing up kids.
All right. Is there anything further?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything further from you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. If there's nothing further, you both are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And just like that, the judge shuts it down. Lynn's smile? Yeah, it's more, I can't believe this is happening, than genuine. She walked in with big plans and walked out with nothing but a reality check.